creepy like a broken record. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
She likes birds.
She has like 3 birds.
That's kind of weird.
I want one of those bruh sound effects.
So welcome back to my channel. So this is a little bit of a different setup, and there's somebody different in my videos. So this is Natalie. I'm sure you guys have seen her in some past videos, and we both had the idea, pretty much we just started talking about this, that we wanted to each make podcasts. So we were like, why don't we just do it together? It'd be way more fun that way, which I 100% agree.
I don't even know. It's unfuck your life. You know, like how to unfuck your life and create healthy habits to do so.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna kind of go over a lot of different things, just like she's saying. I mean, it's gonna be based on just glowing up like your life in all sorts of aspects. But yeah, we'll be sharing lots of stuff like stories and you know, ways about how we overcame certain challenges, because we're both 22 now, so we've kind of been through lots of stuff: boy drama, insecurities, confidence issues, family, friend problems, all sorts of stuff like that. But yeah, we have wine here, so if you're of age, you should grab a glass of wine, sit back, relax, enjoy the podcast. If you're not of age, I never told you to drink wine. I never told you to drink wine, but go get a juice box. That's a joke. I'm kidding. Ha.
Go get a juice
Go
box
get a juice
and put
box.
some wine in it.
And then mix some wine in it. That's a joke. We are not promoting underage drink. Relax, sit back, and I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. I hope you learned something. So we're just going to go through a couple of these things on tips of how you can mentally glow up for the new year.
So I think what we were first gonna talk about was kind of just the whole idea around New Year's resolutions, because I don't know about you guys, but I get super overwhelmed with New Year's resolutions, because it's like I feel like I have to completely change my lifestyle and incorporate like 50 new healthy habits into my life, and that's just way too overwhelming for my brain and for my lifestyle. And I kind of realized that method and approach of New Year's resolutions just doesn't work for me. I'll try to start incorporating all these new healthy habits, and then like 2 weeks into the new year, I give up. And I'm just like, this is way too much for me. It's not possible. Like, I just can't do this. So, and then it kind of just made me just start to like almost hate and kind of resent New Year's resolutions throughout the years.
I feel like it's because when you do that, it's almost like a chore. You know what I mean?
It's definitely a
chore. Like when you have so many, it's like literally writing a to-do list, and then you have to like, you get, like you said, overwhelmed. You're almost like having to check them off.
And it's just like, you're not looking at it in a positive aspect. But something that I kind of started doing was kind of writing out a list of what I wanted to accomplish for the new year. And then rather than incorporate them all, you know, January 1st, I decided that I'm going to incorporate them like 1 or 2 different healthy habits like each week. So that way I'm not like overwhelming myself with everything, and it's like it becomes more of a lifestyle than a chore.
Yeah, no, I think that's kind of something. I mean, I've also watched lots of different videos on that, but like you're saying, when you start incorporating it, it just sort of becomes a habit. Like, you know, when you just kind of go on autopilot, but you've been doing something for so long, you just do it, and then you don't even realize you're doing it. So that's why it's really hard to pick up a new habit, because if you don't force yourself to consistently do it, then your body's never going to get accustomed to it. So like you're saying, though, just kind of like push yourself to incorporate. Don't overwhelm yourself. There's a difference between like forcing yourself to do things and then, you know,
like doing them on a daily basis just because it becomes a part of your lifestyle. I feel like we should just start small and then gradually build up throughout the year. And even if that's small steps, like, oh, I wake up at a certain time, or I'm making my bed every morning. Like, it doesn't have to be big things, just things that you want to incorporate.
No, I completely
like each
agree.
week.
Because I think I'll like have a whole list of things I want to do to improve my life, even as simple as like I'm going to make my bed every morning. Because like I don't make my bed every morning, but I want to start making my bed every morning.
Yeah.
But I overwhelm myself with so many things. I'm like, well, I need to keep everything clean, and I need to dress super nice, and like then I need to make sure I'm going to the gym every day. And like you're saying, it's so much stuff. It becomes insanely overwhelming. So just doing one thing, like I can just be like, all right, every day for the next 2 weeks, so I lock it in, I'm just going to start making my bed.
Exactly.
But yep, that's a pretty good tip. So I really like that one, and I need to start doing that more. Maybe I kind of want to talk about this one because this one kind of is something that I can relate to. I feel like it sort of goes off of the last one. It's okay. I said I see a lot of videos about grinding every second of the day. I wrote this randomly during the day. You don't have to do that as long as you try to get just one thing done or accomplish a couple things. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what time of day it is, how tired or unmotivated you feel, just do it. Don't do it because you feel like you have to or because you have to because other successful people show that. Does that even make sense?
Yeah, no, I don't remember you telling me
Do
this.
it
I really
because
like
you know it will help you make you feel better and happy and make you feel happiness. I guess I wrote that. I have really bad handwriting when I write fast because I get like a thought. But pretty much I was looking at TikTok videos and I'm always seeing, you're always like looking at those TikToks and it's literally like every single person has the same aesthetic.
Aesthetic and
the
morning
same
routine.
lifetime.
It's like, it just seems like they're doing a million things in one day.
It's
and
like,
it's like how do you have
like it's
that,
all
like are we all getting
fast.
the same amount of hours in a day? Because it feels like I'm not doing as much.
No, 100%. And I'm always looking and their life seems so perfect and they're always like dressed so perfectly and all that stuff. And I'm like, listen. I'm going to put you in on a secret. No, that's 100% not true, to the point where you have to like program your mind and tell yourself just because they have lots of videos on their page like that does not mean their life looks like that. Because I can tell you, I'm not saying I'm a big influencer or anything, okay? I'm 100% not saying that. But all I'm saying is you choose to film the days you feel good and then you choose to go above and beyond because you want to get the perfect shots. So I 100% know that, and I just want anybody who watches those types of TikToks or watches those videos where they compare themselves, because I do that too.
Definitely.
That's what I'm saying is like I'm seeing them grind so hard every second of the day, and they're always like yelling about success and like be motivated, this and that. And sometimes I'm like, holy shit, the noise is too loud. It's too loud. I just can't. So it's like shut your phone off. Don't look at TikTok. Take a break. Or if you can't do that, reprogram your brain. Be like, I need to actively tell myself that when I see those things and feel bad about my life, I need to know that that is maybe an hour of them filming. An hour of them filming their lives. You have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. You have no idea at all. So do not feel upset. Sorry if you hear any noises. My cat is now playing with a ping pong ball. So yeah, if you guys feel that way, you just do not at all. Because I can tell you that I'll film videos on a day I feel good and like dress up a ton and, really try to be positive on camera, and then I could shut the camera off a couple hours later and literally be crying. What was I saying? Oh, I was saying that when I film like that, I actually feel so unfulfilled with life after. I've never shared this stuff before. I feel very unfulfilled after I film those types of like aesthetic videos and stuff. Not all the time, but a lot of the time I do, when I go like above and beyond to get the most perfect aesthetic shots, because I've tried to do those TikToks and I've left so many of my drafts and I just don't feel good after that. So I don't know, maybe I'm oversharing.
And I feel like that's what people want to see though. I feel like people want to see like how people actually feel, because it's rare, because like I sometimes look up to like certain influencers, celebrities, and I feel like they just like 100% like they're never unhappy, they have a perfect life, nothing ever goes wrong. People also want to see like that's not 100% of the time. Like we all have days where we feel sad or like we're not motivated, and I guess that can go into kind of like our next topic, like we talked about before, with like the motivation versus discipline and stuff, and how 100% of the time you're not going to feel motivated. Like that's just not possible. Nobody ever feels motivated 100% of the time, and I feel like it took me until recently to realize that. And I realized like, how are people going to the gym every single day? How are people eating good every single day? How is that possible? And because like I'm like, I just don't feel motivated, every second of the day. Like that's just not possible. And then I slowly but surely realized like motivation comes and goes. It comes in waves. At least for me, I get waves of, it's like 2:00 in the morning and I'm ready to reorganize, do my entire room. I'm ready to start working out. I'm ready to run a fucking marathon. And then I have other times where I literally want nothing to do with anybody. I want to lay in bed. I just want to be left alone. I don't want to do anything. And it's hard for me to even get out of bed. And then I slowly but surely realized, since motivation is not always going to be there, the one thing that's always going to be there is self-discipline. And I'm not saying that's easy at all. Oh my God, no. It is so hard. Like, it is so hard. But that is the one thing that is always going to be there, is self-discipline. And telling yourself, why would I want to go and work out? Like, what is the long-term goal? And I think looking long-term and being like, okay, I don't want to go to the gym right now, but I want to be strong. I want to be healthy. I want to be fit. I want to look good. And that's the end goal. So it's like, while I may not feel motivated, I need to have some discipline right now.
Yeah. Like you're shifting your perspective and stuff. 100%. And you're just kind of trying to like reprogram your mind, which I just 100% like agree with. And I need to do
we
more
all need to work on it. Yeah.
But there's, like you're saying, 100% a difference between motivation and discipline. And I remember even having conversations with Tara and stuff during the day. We'll text each other. Whoops, oh my God, I must knock it over. I think it's really good to text your friends also, by the way. Sometimes when I get into like my depressed, like sad moments in life that I just don't text them. But I was texting Tara and we were both like, oh my God, like I feel so lazy and so unmotivated. I don't want to do anything. And there was like a couple days where I was just so unmotivated and I just kept like thinking in my head, I was like, well, I'm unmotivated, so I can't do it. But that's where the word discipline comes into play. It's like, it's not going to be fun to do whatever that task is that you need to do. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. It fucking sucks sometimes. But like you're saying, if you just reprogram your mind and be like, all right, it doesn't feel good now, but what is it going to do for me in the long term? How is it going to improve my life? How is it going to change my life?
And I think that's what I slowly but surely also realized was like, a year ago, for example, I was like, okay, like where do I want to see myself now? Like, do I want to see myself still participating and engaging in the activities and habits that are like not bettering myself
like
in some way and detrimental to my health? Exactly. Yeah. And it was like, I actually want to start to see improvement because at the end of the day, the only person that is going to be in my life 100% is me.
Yeah,
and
true.
Like, I should only be like my worst critic. Like there's nobody else that I should really be comparing myself to other than myself from the past and from like the day before that.
Exactly. Yeah, no, because I feel like I kind of go through this thought process where I'm like, I feel really bad about my life and I feel bad about myself if I don't literally consistently have good days for like a couple months. I'm not even kidding. And so I'm trying to slowly realize, I'm like, you know what? I'll have like a couple of days in a row that were really good, productive, happy days. And then I'll have like a couple of days where I'm like really sad and depressed and I just have to do a couple tasks. It's difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
But, you know, the more I, like you said, shift my perspective, try to have a positive outlook, but also be easy on myself and realize it's not the end of the world. It's, you know, you're going to be okay. But the moment I did that, I started to feel a lot better. So, I mean.
And I feel like that also is like a really good way to kind of avoid burnout.
Yes,
exactly. Because like if I go with something, after a couple weeks, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I don't want to do it anymore.
And I feel
like I'll lose interest so quickly if I'm just like go without like, you know, setting that balance in and like taking time for myself. And I feel like what I was going to say about something that you said earlier was that whole idea of, I feel like, you know, in today's society, like we see all those videos, and we're like, go. And like, I'm super productive. I think that's great. But I also think it's really, really important to take like time to be alone with yourself and like really reflect, because that's like when the healing comes in. Like when you're like so distracted like in your life and like your personal goals and professional goals, you're not taking time to really, you know, think about like yourself internally. Like, what do I need to heal tonight? Like, what should I, you know, journal or write about and like kind of express my feelings about tonight? So I feel like while it's great, I feel like, you know, it's kind of a way to like distract ourselves from how we really feel.
Yeah. I feel like the thing also you said about, which I was going to kind of chime in about, just having to be like go all the time. I feel like a lot of the times we hear that from like our parents or our friends, or like we were talking about on social media, we're comparing our lives, so then we feel like we have to be go. We're like, oh my gosh, my parents were saying this and they're comparing me, or they make me feel bad, or my siblings or my friends or my neighbor or my classmates. I don't care who it is. Everybody has somebody that is, you know, trying to push them down in life and make them feel like they aren't as worthy. Don't listen to those people that
everyone has different goals.
Yeah. But it's like, don't compare yourself, but don't listen to those people. Because, I mean, I've definitely struggled with, like, my parents and stuff making me feel like I was never doing enough. And then what happened is then I felt like I would then burn out. Always burn out, because it had to be go all the time. You're not doing enough. You need to be better. And it was like, it made me feel like shit sometimes, because I'm like, that my spirit and my soul aren't where you want it to be right now.
Yeah.
I can't be
like,
there.
you can't live vicariously through me and expect me to do all the things that you want me to do. Like, I need to do what I want to do.
It's like
And I feel like we do that so much. We try to, like, fit into, like, everybody else's expectations, but then it's like you ask yourself, like, well, what do I want to do? You know, like, what is, like, my almost, like, purpose, or, like, what is going to make me happy, what is going to make me feel fulfilled in life. And I feel like a lot of times we're not thinking that almost. Like, I feel like very rarely am I thinking, like, oh, like, what is actually going to make me happy? I'm usually thinking, like, am I going to be a disappointment to my family if I don't do this? Am I going to be a disappointment to friends or, like, society and, like, social media? Like, well, if I post this, will people judge me? And it's like, well, I literally never asked myself, how do I feel?
Then your life ends up, then all of a sudden you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, 10 years just went by of me doing everything based off of the opinions of others, or based off of what I thought their opinions were of me.
Like, honestly, this past year, I have been feeling so much better because I've been thinking more and putting, like, myself before others. I feel like so often, you know, like, we put everybody else before us, like our friends, family, expectations, everything. And we're not really thinking about, like, at the end of the day, all that matters is you. All you really have 100% is you. Yeah. So all that matters is you.
You go to bed with yourself. You wake up with yourself. Yeah. You pick yourself off the bathroom floor and you're crying. It's you at the end of the day. You're going to go...
Like, you're the reason, like... You're like, no matter what hardships you've had or whatever challenges you faced,
you're still here.
You got yourself through that.
And
like, maybe family, friends supported you, and, like, that's super amazing. But really, at the end of the day, like, you are the reason why you're still, like, here. You're the reason, like, why you're still, like, you know, like, getting through those challenges and stuff like that. And I think, like, honestly, when I heard that from somebody else, I was like, I don't know why, like, when you really sit back and you process that, like, you're the one healing yourself, like, you're the one who got, like, you through all of those things. And when you really think about all the challenges you faced, and, like, you realize, like, wow, like, throughout my life I've accomplished and, like, you know, overcame so much, and it's like, that's amazing. Like, I can, like, continue to do that throughout my life.
I'll get close to the mic. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Please let us know in the comment section if this is something you guys would, you know, maybe want to listen to. So, yeah.
Or, like, any other ideas that you guys kind of want us to talk about in the future, or something that you kind of want to, like, hear our opinion about. Like, anything that you guys want to kind of learn more about, you should put in the comments.
But yeah, so I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who still watches my videos. I don't even have that many people watching, so thank you so much. If you guys want to listen to a podcast while you're, I don't know, on the treadmill, doing the dishes, just chilling in bed, you know, this is hopefully something that would be entertaining for you guys. And I don't know, just like we said, give advice or give hope to people. So love you so much. Comment down below other podcasts or videos that you want. You should 100% subscribe, and we'll have our Instagrams linked below if you guys want to call in for the next podcast. So just DM us your phone numbers and we'll have a little conversation. So but thank you for watching, and I love you guys so much. And yeah, thanks to Natalie for doing this.
All right, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.